Hello everybody and welcome to Weekend Night Racing League 1 action once again on this Friday evening. I hope everyone's well. We are here in Mexico, the Autodrome Hermanos Rodriguez for round 21, the penultimate round of the League 1 season. Like I say, I hope everyone's well and enjoying the Friday and is ready for a nice weekend. We're just about getting ready to go now. As I look who we've got in the lobby. Oh, so if everyone is in, are they? No, we're still waiting for a couple, but yeah, as you can see, Mexico City, Mexico, 17 turns, 2.674 miles, 4.34 kilometers, an easy track by EA. Our Codemasters, nah, horrid track, too hard for me, hate it. A lap record of 1:18.74, won by Valtteri Bottas in 2018. There we go, this is where we are racing today. We'll have a quick look as we are getting underway. It looks like Jonesy, yep. So it looks like 19 drivers. So we'll quickly jump into the comments. First one in today is the League 1 champion. Hello young Tommy. I hope you're well, mate. Jake Wilson, hello. Evening Goku. Andy Lou, hello mate. Jake Wilson, horrible track. Yeah, absolutely hate it, mate. Especially as we can see that stadium section. Plotters, evening me mate. And Tommy can't wait till this is over. Yeah, mate. So glad I'm commentating on this one. I'm not going to be like driving it come championship, but it's got to be done. As we know, Tommy claimed the title last week. Dylan is currently in second, and Menace Max in third. However, those two drivers haven't decided on their final positions yet, as Andy Lou has already left the session. So I'll quickly get him a couple of invites just to make sure. So there's one. So Andy Lou is going to have about 4-5 invites. There we go. There we go. Cars already coming out on the track. But yeah, like I said, Dylan and Menace Max have both been promoted last week also. We just don't know who's going to finish second, who's going to finish third. So, got that to come. As Captain Infinity's joined with evening mate. Tequila shots at the ready. Indeed. With a wet end to the race, so definite tequila if you survive the wet. Any spinners, you've got it down too at least. So quick looking down the grid. Looks like no, wrong Ferrari. So we've got Hasselou is reserving again tonight in the Ferrari. This is his second race here, WNR, but I've raced with him before as Andy Lou's left the session again. So I know he's got 5. I'll get him a couple of more. As Muck's joined, he's going to have to jump in the Alpha Tauri. There's got a few cars out on track now, but there we go. Oh, get the tyres up for you, I do apologise. Best footed. Go for 50. So as you can see, there we go, Andy Lou's back in. Short qualifying, so quick having a look. Oh, and he's cut the corner there, Hassel. We're seeing that coming. So we'll quickly jump on to, is that Captain? That's going to be Starburst. So he's going to be first to set a lap. Looked like the sector one time at 28 seconds there. Again, it's 28 seconds. That's round about the ballpark I've seen for League One. Tommy's only racing for plotters to bring home points for his team. Love Heart and Plotter say stop it, Tommy. Laugh out loud, Love Heart back. Yeah, as we know, Plotters and Tommy full of bro love. The Starburst kicks off with a 1:16.425. It's a good time. I would expect times to be getting into the 15s later on. So League One, I'm going to up the standard a slight touch as Cody puts in a 1:17. There we go. So Chronic's the first driver into the 15s with a 15.8. As I thought that might have been the case. So we'll jump on board now with his Red Bull teammate of Welsh Maldonado. Maniac having to pull out last minute. Welsh Maldonado quite happy to jump in to reserve. He is on a lap, but she's got a Haas bearing right down on her. As it jumps on board to the Alpha Tauri. There we go, Crazy Bill, currently fourth. But I think will finish fourth in the season. Oh, there's me looking for 1:15s there. Crazy Bill just puts in an absolute stonker of a lap. I was going to mention Argentina put in a 1:13.9 in practice last night. Argentina knows a championship driver. Crazy Bill has just told us I think he's a bit too good for League One. So finishing in fourth. Crazy Bill remains in this league. I'd expect him to be winning the title next season if he's putting times in like that. Well, anyway, to see Hassel, he's put in the bank of a 17, Captain Infinity 16. Cody's gone better by a second into the 16s. Haywire very much a slow lap from him, but as everyone knows, oh, there we go. Their messes are killers as well, just like the USA. I can't stand them, but have a look at them coming through the stadium section. A little wide on that one. He's got Ferrari right on his back. He is on a hot lap, so I'm afraid the Ferrari's going to have to just be patient or go wide here. He's on the quicker compound, the Ferrari. But there you go. That's a 1:19 from Haywire. That's a very respectable time, mate. So it was the Ferrari a hassle. So it looks like he's got some fuel to go against. So there's still 11 minutes on my clock, 11 and a half minutes to go, as I've just seen. Beata Dave, he's gone up to fifth with a 16.4. It's Crystal Maze. Oh, wasn't it Beata Dave? Crystal Maze with a 14.4. Good times there by the top two. I know there's gaps between them, but Jake Wilson putting a banker in there of a 19.9. We know he's quicker than that. Scooby Stew with an 18.7. So, like I say, it's not a fan favourite track, this one. Or is that Captain Infinity coming round? No, it's not. Is it Starburst? He's coming back into the pits. No, he's not. Can he improve? No, he must just be starting again. I missed that. So there's a Ferrari. Where's he gone? There's Hassel there. So he went 5.5 hundredths better. As we can see, Crazy Bill taking it by the scruff of the neck, as I've just seen Reynolds. Was that young Tommy? Yes, it was, with a 14.6. So Crazy Bill showing that he's really been putting the practice in. That's Swanshanks. No, it's not. It's Jake Wilson. Is he coming back in the pits? Yes, he is. Who's on a lap? Dylan coming back into the pits, and he's put in a 15.6. So Crystal, I mean, a 13.8 by Bill is that's up where with the Prem lads, like. So I really can't see anyone else getting into the 13s, but I do expect a few of these guys in the 15s. Like Starburst, yeah, he's into the 14s now. Well done, Andy Lou, with a good time there. Captain Infinity, I would honestly expect a bit more from himself. Same as Dylan. Welsh Maldonado on just starting a lap now. Got the other Renault coming around the corner. Young Tommy's coming into the pits. Racing Point getting out the way there for Welsh Maldonado. She comes round to the first chicanes, turn 1 and 2. That's place 1 where I will lose traction coming out of that turn 2 there. This plotter's asking for a strategy round here. I think it's a 2-stop. I just think that the hards are unusable on this track, to be fair. Especially coming through this sector 2 now. Flinging the car from left to right through there on hard tyres. As we see, Welsh Maldonado's put in a personal best, at least sector 2 there. She's coming into the stadium section now. P8. I haven't paid attention to any of our times. I hope you guys have. That's looking alright from Welsh Maldonado. 14s, yep, there we go. 1.3 quicker with a 14.3 into P2 provisionally. I thought there was a lot more time for these drivers to gain. But that's a great lap there from the Red Bull Reserve. And Starburst putting in a second time lap. These guys at the top, that's Captain Infinity starting his lap. Got a Mercedes, Jake Wilson. He's about to start a lap. Scooby Stew. Nope, still into the pits. So that's Crystal Mays about to start a lap. Got Menace Max. Where's Menace Max? He's about to start a lap. I thought I'd never mentioned him. We've got some Haas drivers. Bearded Dave about to start his lap. Starburst has invalidated his lap and is out of fuel, so it's probably going to be coming in. Alfa Romeo's now, so Shadas. There we go, back with her again, getting that practicing on his wheel. Puts in his first time of an 18.5, well done mate. Here we are now, he's a second up. So this is it, well done. Liking this from here, Wyatt. He's a second up. Yeah, he's a second and a half up, you know, with a 17.6. Puts him into P13. That's a good lap, that, mate. That's a very good lap. Yeah, who we got next? So is that back round with Captain Infinity now, who's invalidated, so he's going round again. Zach Cody. He's on his out lap. Hassel again is on an out lap. Jake Wilson has gone off as he's about to enter the stadium section. So jump on board, there you go. So there's Jake Wilson's car there into the wall. So don't know what's happened there. Welsh Maldonado got to one eye. So who was Becca, he says. That guy's one knows Welsh Maldonado. So Tommy says a medium soft for a full dry race. As my son shouts at us, so Haywire's gone again, and he's gone quicker again by a second, you know. That's 1:16.6. Take a bow, young man. That's some great times there. I'm well impressed with that, mate. Kinsel again reserving. I've never mentioned him yet. Staying in the pits. Kinsel, as we know, as he's reserve, is starting at the back. Got sick as muck. He's about to put his first time on board, so we'll stay on board with him as he's coming through the stadium section. So that onboard camera takes a little bit of that sleeping policeman there, but stays well that to swing it in. He's used all his ERS, puts in his first time of the 16.7 to put him up to P14. As Tommy says, wait, why is Becca racing? Well, I think she's quick enough, but not too quick. I know she's in P2 at the moment, but if you're only noticing her now, mate, and you didn't notice she was racing last week, this, of course, is the second reserve race for Welsh Maldonado. His cars are coming into the pits now, so as we're looking, Menace Max, we've missed him as he's come into the pits. We've got Ferrari on a lap, but invalidated, and then Cody now. He's half a second up with a 16.0. Well done, Cody. Yeah, I'm really happy for these two guys. Cody, especially Cody and Haywire, is I'm liking them times, but it's quiet. So oh, and there's we've just seen Sick as Muck take a spin there, coming out the S's and gets out the way there. Oof, very lucky indeed. We've just caught that. Unfortunately, he's lost his wing, but that's Dylan, who is on a lap, but he's 2.5 seconds down, so he's going to be coming into the pits. As Menace Max is retired from the session, he's in the pits. So that's Swan Shanks now, again reserving forward in the Mercedes, coming through this, this stadium section. 110, so he's out of fuel, but he is going for it. He's going to be up on his time. He's 1.1 up. That's a good time from Swan Shanks. Puts him provisionally into P13. Again, Swan Shanks reserving again for this week. Did very well in the was it the USA? No, Singapore last week. He had a very good race last week. Again, we're up at the bottom. I think Kinsel's going to be staying there. So we've got a Haas that looks next across the line. No, it's not. Bearded Dave on an out lap. Bearded Dave puts a fresh set of tyres on. And who's that? Scooby Stoo's in the pits. So that's Crystal Maze on an out lap. Anyone on a lap? Swan Shanks we've just seen. Cody putting in his second lap, is he? His fuel lights flashing, and he's only starting sector 2 now, so I think he won't have enough fuel. Crystal Maze on a lap. Yeah, not too quick, just let Denzo reserve the next time. Well, we could last race of the season, get Denzo in for the last one there. But I mean, still, Crazy Bill's 8 tenths ahead of Welsh Maldonado, and I'm sorry, I'll have to do that 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So we're coming to the end of qualifying now. So Crystal Maze, second driver into the 13s with a 13.9. That's what I like to see. Didn't expect him to get that into the 13s, but nevertheless, there he is. Current champion, young Tommy, currently in 6th. So could the top 3 be different than expected? as we're seeing it all happening at the end of sector 3 here as drivers are coming into the pits. Goes so haywire. He's down, but he can still go again if he's got the fuel. Kinsel's going to start P20, Jake Wilson in 19th. Scooby Stew, looks like he's just going to, he's going to stay 18th. Hasselou will get to go again, so he's going to be last across the line. As Chronic has retired from the session, and it looks like Swanshanks has as well. These guys just in the pits. Yeah, but guys coming into the pits just to retire now. There we go, Scooby Stews is over, so he's going to be starting 18th. Is that Andy Lou? Yeah, Andy Lou now, he's 600ths up. He'll improve his time, but he won't improve in positions, but that's still a good drive from Andy Lou, as it looks like Hassel's crashed. He's sick as muck now. He needs improving his time. Shaddaz, he's sick as muck, looks like he's just getting out of the way, so his qualifying's over. He's going to be starting 16th. Haywire comes back in. Shaddaz now. Shaddaz getting better. It's looking better. 6/10 up with a 16.1. Puts him P13. Well done, mate. And that looks like it could be it. Captain Infinity, he's coming into the pits. So Andy Lou, he's over. Dylan, yep, so that's qualifying over. A very good qualifying session. Crazy Bill puts in one lap of a 13.5, gets a job done in one shot. Crystal Mays, the other driver, into the 13s with a 13.9. So that's your front row of the grid. With Welsh Maldonado in third by a tenth of a, well, half a tenth over Starburst, who again is in P4, so that's a very good lap from him. I didn't expect Starburst to be in P4, to be honest, mate, so that's very well done. And we've got Dylan and Tommy P5 and 6 respectively, so the top 3 in the table aren't the top 3 at the start of this race, so it's a little bit mixed up. Go. Beata Dave, good qualifying session from him with a 14.6, starting in P7. Captain Infinity takes up his regular place around this, just behind the front pack, with a 14.7. Andy Lou, good qualifying again with a 14.8. Cody starts P10. I think that's the first time he's going to start in the top 10 for us. In fact, I'm certain it is, with a 15.9. Chronic Ballistic with a 15.8. He's going to start on fresh tyres. Menace Max, not the best qualifying session from him with a 15.9. And then we'll come down to the reserves of Shaddaz and Swanshanks. But YouTube there, YouTube Haywire we're seeing, P15. That's still a very respectable time from you there, mate. Going a second quicker every lap. I hope you can keep that rhythm going through the race, mate. So there we go, it's looking very, very nice at the moment. But as we know, it's going to be a wet end to the race. The Swanshanks, congratulations to Beata Dave on a good time. It certainly was. You've got to admit, as a viewer, it's good to see the grid getting mixed up. I can see more people are joining with knowing what time the race is starting. Welcome aboard, guys. Don't know about yous, but it's an absolute gorgeous night where I am. Excuse me. Go 3 drivers starting on the hards today. Menace Max, Haywire and Jake Wilson. So these guys looking to go long early on, avoid any early safety cars. As you can see, the whole top 10 all starting on softs as Hassel's been disqualified. The because he hasn't even left his starting block. So his tyres are going to be stone cold. Unfortunately, Sick as Muck is going to start at the back of the grid. So the lobby has glitched in there. Hopefully, I've never seen anyone get kicked yet, so keep an eye out for that. So yeah, the whole top 10 all starting on soft tyres. The strategy is going to be a 2-stop. However, it looks like the guys starting on the hards are going to make it a 1-stop, hards to mediums. I would expect it to be their choice of tyre. So Menace Max is starting in 3rd, as we see. So yeah, Hassel's in 16th, Scooby Stew in 17th. So Jake Wilson's going to start 18th. Kinsel 19th and Sick as Muck 20th. So Crazy Bill is just blew straight around that lap. Unfortunately, he's going to be sitting for a while. His tyres are going to cool down as the top 10 now start making the way in. And the top 7 now, and Captain Infinity leads the second pack in. Here we'll see this for the Ferrari. So all the cars are forming up as the camera centre right down the bottom of the straight there. It will be a nice view later on. So here we go. For a good start, nice and clean into turn 1. The lights are out. They're not revving yet. There you go, they're revving now. They're into first and off the go. And there's a big spin off the line there. As Crystal Maze has lost traction off the start. And he's unfortunately spun. Let's just hope he's never caused too much damage. So they're coming down into turn 1 now, all looking good. No, it's not, as a Haas and a Renault have gone wide into turn 1. That's Andy Lou and the Bearded Dave by the looks of it. So they're coming through turn 2 and down the second straight now. We've got Crazy Bill in the lead, followed by Starburst. He's made his way up there. Welsh Maldonado is in P3, no damage. Young Tommy, no damage in P4. As they're coming through to start sector 2, and we do have a yellow flag at the back. That looks like for Red Bull Chronic. Captain Infinity is up a couple of places into P6. Looking good. Shadows is up a few into 7th. Menace Max into 8th. Swanshank's in 9th. Cody's holding his own in P10 as the camera's not even on them. Sick as Muck's gone from 20th to 11th. There we go, as we can see her. So it's showing a soft hard. So I wonder if the hard runners are going to do a 2-stop. We'll wait and see. Both strategies there showing a hard runner. As we're looking, Crazy Bill puts the fastest lap in. I'm just looking, Menace Max up to 6th. So Crazy Bill, yeah, gap's already up to 2 seconds. It's his race to lose today by the looks of it. Starburst holding his own in 2nd, with Welsh Maldonado looking for the 3rd spot. Young Tommy who said in the comments he needs a miracle. He's only up, he's from 6th to 4th. So he's had a good start. He just needs to know you're champion for a reason, mate. So just got to keep it steady, keep it clean. Hope everyone around you does the same. But as we're getting to this penultimate race of the season, we know how respectable everyone is at this point. There it goes, coming into that sector 2 now to make the way through the S's. Again, that's starting to form here and there. Look at the bottom, Jake Wilson's made his way up 5 positions. So is Kinsel. There's Bearded Dave, Chronic, Crystal Maze, Andy Lou, and Haywire, who has got no damage, but unfortunately looks like he's had to pit. I'm expecting it to be an unfortunate incident, because as we're seeing the McLaren of Crystal Maze off the start, he just went left and kept going. So that's a no traction start with too much throttle, I'm afraid, in my opinion. So you've got the top 6 now as the DRS opens. I'm going to start the first lot of DRS trains as they're about to open now, is it? Captain Infinity mustn't have been. Sorry, no one had DRS, fair enough. So Crazy Bill, I'm just looking at the ears at the moment. Starbus had to use half of his to just keep half a second ahead of Welsh Maldonado, who was only a third down on his. Young Tommy though, yeah, Young Tommy's had to use all his ears. There we go, there's the overtaking engaged as they're coming down the back, well, it's a back straight but with a bit of a kink as they enter the stadium section, which I believe this is a baseball stadium. I could be wrong, but Kinsel's unfortunately out. There you go, it looks like Kinsel, yeah, unfortunately he's lost it through the S's and he's hit the wall, and that is going to bring out the first safety car of the race as Andy Liu gets the first penalty of the race. I was wondering about pit stops. This could change its strategy, yeah, to a soft medium now, or I would assume would be your next optimum strategy, but as like I said at the start, hard runners wouldn't have stopped out. I would have expected these guys to just get off the soft tyres. We're safe. So we're looking now, so Hassel, Jake Wilson has come in off the hards, so he's changed his strategy. Crystal Maze has come in and gone onto the hards. Cody came in onto the mediums. Chronix came in and gone onto the hards. Yeah, Haywire has gone onto the mediums. So I would have thought myself to come in to get off these soft tyres as Jake Wilson gets a 5-second penalty for severe collision. I'm sure that is going to be, unfortunately, unfortunately I'm saying, unfortunately looks like Crystal Maze has gone at the back of Jake Wilson. And he's got damage now, Crystal Maze. Jake Wilson will be looking to get that removed. So anyone coming into the pits? Yes they are. Young Tommy coming in, Captain Infinity coming in, Dylan coming in, Shadow's coming in. Shadow's coming in 7th, down to 8th now. Menace Max has gone into 4th. Good race so far by Sharaz. There goes other guys now coming in. So as we can see, the top 3 ignoring the chance to pit. Menace Max, as you would expect, ignoring the chance to pit, being on the hard tyres. Sick as muck now. He's on for driver of the day today, as who has unfortunately the gearbox glitch, and Scooby Stew now, having a lovely start of the race, up into 6th. Keep it going, mate. Bearded Dave the same, unfortunately has ignored the chance to pit also, but their race, nothing to do with me. Who am I to say whether they're right or wrong? I'm just, personally, I would have pitted to get rid of the softs. I'm just looking now, so it's definitely going to be another lap. As we can see, Crystal Maze now, who's pitted for the mediums, is going to have the chance to catch back up, but is going to have to start again from the back. With the leaders, go Crazy Bill and Starburst in 2nd, Red Bull Welsh Maldonado in 3rd. 5 laps now on these soft tyres. It's going to be interesting to see what these can do, as Haywire picks up a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Just got to keep it chilled, mate. Watch them corners in there, especially under the safety car. Yeah, as Goku says, he lost it and ended up in a bump into the wall, so someone's bumped him into the wall. Well, get your footage in if you feel someone's at fault, but if you did lose it and I just hope it wasn't, well, you're not going to lose it on purpose, are you? But we know how easy it is to lose it through, well, I know how easy it is to lose it through the S's. But we can review that after the race. So, but unfortunately, Kinsel is a DNF for him today. So as coming in to the start of sector 3, is the light going off? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're going for another lap. As you can see, Crystal Maze is still making his way up to the back of the pack. So we're going for another lap around the Autodrome Rodriguez. No, it's not. Safety car in this lap. That was a late call in my opinion. Let's go. Crystal Maze has made it caught up. But there we go. Crazy Bill now is effectively the safety car. We've had no time to slow down there really. There you go, safety car's in, Crazy Bill's away, already by half a second. So coming down into turn 1 again from the safety car restart. The soft runners are away, sick as muck, pressurising Menace Max has gone down the inside. And for the overtake into turn 1, that's nice and clean through the first turn. Through turn 2 he does a switch back to get P2, get the position back to 4th. But that was good driving from the BWT Racing Point driver and the AlphaTauri driver. I want to go at it again through the next set. The left and right, and again that's nice and clean, guys. Well done as Tommy moves up into P7. Oh, it's the Bearded Dave's moved down a couple of positions. He must have just had a bad corner by the looks of it. He's had to yield a couple of positions. Sick as Muck has moved up into P4. And for my opinion, at this moment in time, he's provisional leader of the race because of the top 3 not pitting yet, giving up the chance of a free pit stop. Here we go, lap 7, it is what it is. So coming into the stadium section once again. On board with the Red Bull driver, as we see, Crazy Bill is already a second. Over a second, nearly a second. There you go. Starburst using his ERS, sorry, there we go, it was an overtake. Using it all to get down that straight, to get within a second. DRS, as we know, won't be activated until about lap 10, I believe. Come again, coming through turn 1 down that straight away. It's going to be Andy Liu. Oh, there we go, Cody, I'm afraid he's got to go straight on at that corner, and there's another safety car. That's a safety car again, although no driver is out of the race. So we've got the safety, yeah, there we go, safety car's on its way out of the pits. Don't know what happened there. There's a Bearded Dave has dropped to the back. That's a strange one. We did see Cody go off at turn 1, but we didn't see what happened. Whether he's hit the wall and that's triggered, as it is. So it has happened, it's triggered the safety car and it has came back out. So let's see. Quickly go through your position changes. Big winners, as we see, Sick as Muck, as the soft runners now do come into the pits. I just feel they've give up the podiums here. I mean, because the guys are so close. There you go. I mean, Crazy Bill, he's going to be coming out now in P11. You know, I don't know, but as we can see, Sick as Muck in the lead provisionally, still with his gearbox glitch, is going to do the 20-to-1 challenge. He's on for it at the minute. Menace Max up 10 positions into second. Scooby Stew up 14 into third, having a really good race. Young Tommy dropped a bit of a yo-yo race so far. 6th, back up to 4th, down to 7th, back up to 4th. for a bit more consistency after this route safety car restart. Again, Dylan, as you were, in 5th. Jake Wilson up 12 positions into 6th. Again, good start from Jake. Started on the hards, pitted for mediums during the first safety car, and has opted to stay out on this safety car. Go Hassel up 9 to 7. Shadders and Swanshanks both up 5 positions themselves, 8th and 9th respectively. Chronic up a position to 10th, 11th, as we know of unfortunate incidences and pit stops. Crazy Bill, Starburst, Hush Maldonado just pitted. Again, not where you really hope to be come this safety car restart. It is what it is, so quickly jump on board, let's have a look. Quickly jump on 2. So we know about the driver standings. We'll have a quick chat about the constructors. As we know, it is Racing Point who are leading the constructors. Before today, it's 88 points. So, and that is over AlphaTauri. And the way it's looking at the moment. And then and then young Tommy in the Renault and Andy Lowe are in 3rd. So it looks like it's them 3 teams who are going to be battling it out. But it's going to be it could be won by the end of the day. We'll have to work it out. But it is on to Menace Max at the moment to bring it home for the Racing Point as we're back away racing. I've never noticed it coming in. That was a quicker one that time. So again, they're coming through turn 1. Sick as Muck's getting a second away ahead of Menace Max. Menace Max hasn't pitted under either safety car and found himself all the way up into P2. And he's already getting a second away from young Tommy. Now, young Tommy's not as quick around this track and he's holding up. Well, I was going to say holding him up, but Dylan seems to be the one who's going to touch slower and he's going to be holding the rest of the pack up. As you see, the starting sector 2 now. Lovely shot of the drivers there. Scooby Stew, unfortunately, he has dropped a couple of positions, but this is still very, very respectable from Scooby Stew. Jake Wilson up into 6th, looking to go a little bit wide there as Menace Max picks up the first 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. I wonder if he's cut the corner to take. Oh, I thought he was going to give the position back. I was just wondering about that. Sick as Muck's looking a little bit glitchy. We'll jump on board with Tommy. Have a look at this. As they're coming through now to start lap number 12. And Sick as Muck. Oh, he's gone. Yep, yes he has. Unfortunately, it looks like he's done a... Oh my god, who done it the other day? Was it Max Verstappen that done that the other day? When the cars just snapped on him, he was in the he was in the slipstream of Menace Max, looking to get P2, getting the lead back, and the cars just snapped away on him, and he's gone straight into the wall. Thankfully, he is keep going, but he's got no front wing left, so he's going to have to pit. So Menace Max now is the one in the lead of this race. As you can see, him and Scooby Stew, Sick as Muck, are the only ones not to pit, but Sickers Muck, as we'll see, will have to pit. So coming into the stadium section again, as Menace Max takes a lot of that curb. He's going to have Tommy on his tail, and Dylan now. So there you go. It didn't start with these three, but as they say, the cream always rises to the top, as DRS is enabled this lap. So your top three in the league table are currently P1, 2 and 3 in this race. Jake Wilson having a very good race in 4th, Hassel the same in 5th. He's overtaken Scooby Stew, as Jake Wilson takes a lot of that curve and got a good bounce off that. He's getting within a second now, but he didn't get DRS. Is that not a DRS zone? Sorry, I could have sworn that was a DRS zone there going down there. A DRS straight. Mushroom evening, mate. How long Sickers Muck been here? Well, he was missing last week, but he's been with for a couple of weeks now. I think he joined a week after Mo. There he goes. Jake Wilson gets, Dylan gets DRS, and Mushroom also says, "Let the penalty fest begin." Yeah, mate, absolutely. As we've got another yellow flag in sector 2. That looks like it's 4, and it is 4. Haywire, unfortunately, he's struggling a touch through their messes. So we're looking again at Crazy Ways, Crazy Bill. He's managed to make his way up to 7th now. Starburst in Welsh Maldonado, unfortunately, still back where they came out the pits in 11th and 12th. Still got it all to do. Still on for good points. That second safety car didn't really help their cause. Shadow's having another good race. Crazy Bill now, he's up into 6th. As we might have expected, Crazy Bill definitely got the pace. Can he get the job done with 22 laps remaining, as Jake Wilson gets a time penalty for multiple corners, as everybody will. Has got to agrees with Mushroom. As Mushroom says, Becca must be confused not being in a yellow car. Well, she was actually in the yellow car until about 5 minutes before the start of the race. So I started jumping the Red Bull, so maybe it has been a bit uncomfortable, but nevertheless just having a good race. As we see, who's that now? Scooby Stew is making his pit stop. Go Scooby Stew, so it looks like a medium soft for Scooby Stew. The field is very, very tight at the moment. Just a couple of back markers. Well, we've got a gap with the front 5, as we've got another. Oh, that's for Chronic, I think. I think he's just spun it at the corner. He has got wing damage, I'm afraid. No, he hasn't. Bad angle from me, as Sickers Muck puts the fastest lap in. Oh, it must have been Chronic just having a bit of a spin. Up and down, so I guess this is the way you're looking at it now, not necessarily the same order, but your top 5 are the 5 you may expect to be up there. Just right on board with these guys for a second, although we've got the 2 Williams are going to be nice and close. Yes, they are coming through the stadium section. As Crazy Bill puts in a 17.9 on the mediums. It was a great lap there from Crazy Bill. So, got the Williams drivers now. Captain Infinity home. No, he has got DRS off Shadas. Through turn 1, 2 Williams are side by side. Through turn 2, still side by side. 2 different compounds, they're both taking a lot of curb each. And that's allowed Welsh Maldonado. In fact, Captain Finty unfortunately has dropped a couple of spots to his teammate and the Red Bull reserve tonight. Oh, but Welsh Maldonado takes the same as they're like 3 wide going through that turn there. That was some nice driving to keep air between your tyres. Look at all these cars coming through now to start setting that too. As we get a nice overhead shot there, Sharaz AlphaTauri, and a nice glowing green helmet there. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, that's why I can't see them. Go. Look at this. I love it when all the cars are driving like that. There's Cody and Crystal Maze now. Crystal Maze takes the corner coming into the stadium section. Nice and smooth by Cody there through that section. As they come out to end the lap. Careful he doesn't get his foot down too much, but yeah. Just a little loose, lighter on the throttle than Crystal Maze there. Definitely improving his paces, Cody. Just needs to gain that experience, which is only going to come with time, mates. It's the one thing you cannot do is rush experience. He just gets overtaken there by the bearded Dave. But again, it's a very good, respectable race as Cody. So Starburst now out of the top 3 before that second safety car. Unfortunately is having the hardest time getting his way through the pack, and it looks like he's took a bump with his teammate. A half spin, it has going to put him down 3 or 4 places. There's no damage there. He's getting back on with the job, but I do think he's had to come together with his teammate there. Unfortunately, the cars being so tight together, they are going to get a bump now and again. Bearded Dave, Andy Lucy. Goes, oh, we have got another one. That's Captain Infinity this time. He's took a spin. He's avoided damage, unless he's picked up damage that we cannot see. But unfortunately, that hasn't helped his race. That's put him down a fair few positions now, 5 to 6. Crystal Maze now from dead last, making his way after that spin straight away, back up to 8th. Oh, I believe he had a nose cone repair as well. So his Captain Infinity has made his way into the pits to get off them hard tyres. Did he have any wing damage? He has got wing damage, you know. There we go. It's just, it showed you missing end plate there as the wing came off, but we weren't seeing any. So young Tommy now is taking the lead of this race. Don't know what's gone on there. Has Crazy Bill got any damage? No, he hasn't, but you have got to expect he's... I'm thinking Crazy Bill. It wasn't Crazy Bill, was it? It was Menace Max. So one Menace Max looks like he's had a spin. And Crazy Bill is overtaking Dylan. So for Crazy Bill's sake, for Crazy Bill's race, it's that forced pit stop under the second safety car, if you like. He's rectified that mistake as he goes back into the lead of the race, quite easily going into turn 1 there from young Tommy. So yeah, Crazy Bill definitely. Oh, looked like he got a bit wide there, but he's picked up DRS there. He's picked up DRS coming down the second straight now. I knew you got DRS there. So Crazy Bill is the leader of the race at this moment in time, as we've got another yellow flag through sector 1, and that looks like it's for Starburst again. There you go, his tyres are just far too hot. Unfortunately, ooh, just as well Ghosting's on, because that looked a bit... Yeah, he's on Ghost. That could have been very, very nasty, that. But unfortunately, it looks like the 2 Williams drivers have took a touch together and put a very big spanner in their works, as we're on to lap 19 now. Race started a bit slow with a couple of safety cars, but it's picking up now. The drivers, Crazy Bill making his way back through the field as he just puts in another fastest lap of a 19.7. A 17.97. Welsh Maldonado makes our way back up into 5th. So again, after that second safety car restart, she got stuck in traffic for a little bit, but once she got a bit of clear air, she's now again making her way up through the pack, currently in 5th. As Hassel is in the pits for another set of mediums. Jake Wilson, who's just pitted also for another set of mediums, looking to go to the end on them. Again, Cody though, back up in the 8th place. Another pit stop to come from him, but again, another race. It's not over yet, especially with penalties coming into play. As you can see, young Tommy just got to stay within 3 seconds of Crazy Bill. Same for Dylan. One of them two guys could be picking up the race win. So we're going to jump on board with Menace Max. He's looking to pressure Dylan to get back into that podium. And a quick look, we've got another yellow flag, and that's for Mercedes. Is that Jake Wilson? No, it's not. It must be Swanshanks. Yes, it is. Again, it's through their messes. You make a mistake and you're really swinging it from left to right. It's such a horrid track. As again, we've got an Alpha Tauri. Is that sick as muck? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, he's done the same as Swanshanks has just done. That's another yellow flag. But again, fair play to the drivers. Just keeping a... I am liking how he's keeping going, guys. Keep it going. As sick as muck must... Yeah, sick as... His tyres have lit up. Hassel's getting a 3-second time penalty. Starbus making his way past Haywire. Going to make ground back up. They're closing in now on Scooby Stew, who we've just seen in the foreground. Here we are. Closing into the back of the the Mercedes reserve there, Swanshanks. Drivers now. Oh, and there we go. There's Swanshanks looked like he was going to lose it into the wall, but he's recovered it. He's had to yield the position to Scooby Stew. But that was a good save there by Swanshanks. Ever spoke too soon? I wonder if this is just lag. He's looking all right to me at the moment. Oh, he's just getting out of the way there. Yeah, maybe his tyres are feeling a bit too late. Lap 16 now, he is going to be looking to pit, I'm assuming. Fair play to him there. He's got no tyre wear and he's just getting out the driver's way. Dave makes his way into the pits for a set of mediums. Scooby Stew is 12th, Hassel 11th. Jake Wilson's now in the top 10 again. Chronic as well. Shadow's Cody having a really good second stint as well. Some of these guys I hope will avoid any more safety cars. And I said before, the league leaders have made the way from midfield to the top of the race, the top of the pack, top of the grid, as you'd expect. Shadas looked like he was ghosting there, possibly having another spin. Again, just practice for Shadas on his wheel. Chronic there, 17 lap old cars. Crystal Mears now has made his way up to 12th, up from 20th after his spin, as Dylan comes into the pits for his last pit stop. Maldonado back up to 4th, Crystal gets up to 6th. Dylan's putting on softs for the last 13 laps. It's a long stint on them, isn't it? Mushroom says Swanshanks has got his boxer tricks out. Yeah, he's had a really good qualifying, he's had a good race. In fact, there's a few that have stood out today. For such a horrid track, for the guys who keep going, keep racing till the end. Like I say, 13 laps to go. We'll get some TV time here for young Cody. Don't know. Well, I think Cody is new to the game this year. new to racing, I do believe. But we all know his father's a good driver, so he's going to have an excellent teacher, and it's paying off for him. He's putting the practice in as Dylan and Jake Wilson swap positions. But yeah, Cody started as a back marker. So he came so close to his first points, I believe, in Japan. But just got pipped because of a penalty removal. So a good course now. I'm hoping he can get to the end. Well, he will have a pit stop to make by the looks of it, but so will Chronic. So will Crystal Maze. You never know. That could bring you back out around 10th, 9th. So be keeping an eye on that. Was that another yellow flag I just missed? I do apologise. Crystal Maze, yeah, so it's still as you were. So we're actually where's Dylan came out. There we go, so Dylan's came out the pits in 8th. Crystal Maze picks up a penalty, so we'll have a quick look into the penalties. There we go, so, Cody unfortunately has picked up 11 seconds of penalties. Chronic's on 9. He's still on for a point, Cody. Could be. Hassel having 12, Scooby Stew having 12, as Welsh Maldonado comes into the pits for her last pit stop. Young Tommy's the same. Tommy, no penalties a day, good drive from him. He's going to drop down the pack. He's going to be on them fresh tyres. Going to be going to the end. Chronic now 20 laps. I think he's going to have to pit again. Cody's right on his gearbox in 5th. Keeping it well inside the track there, as we saw Chronic go well wide. Cody coming in off DRS. Half a second down off his best time, but he's looking alright through this. We'll jump on board and let's have a look. Yeah, that wasn't too bad of a corner. Drive forward, yeah, takes it right, to sweep it left, to sweep it right, back left. Yeah, throttle off. Doesn't want to float, puts the foot down as he's coming out, gets his DRS to close that gap back up. Yeah, just carry on in his DRS zone, Cody. You've tried to minimise your penalties. You're on course for a good couple of points here, if you can. Avoid any more penalties. There's Chronic coming in. No, he's not, he's keep going, but Cody is. So we'll quickly see. No speeding in the pit lane, well done. What colour are these tyres? So he's putting on softs till the end. 13. He's serving one of his 5-second penalties now, so Cody will be on 11.5, so he's on 6 seconds now. Can he come back out into 5th? Into 5th. Into the points, but he's not. He's going to look like he's going to come out 13, 14, 15th by the looks of it. Again, he's going to be on the fresher tyres. Just keep it going till the end, mate. Try to avoid them corner cuts. Hopefully you can make up a few positions. Quickly look through again, yellow flag, and that looks like it's for Sickler's Muck again. Unfortunately, he's lost it there twice today. Another drive, maybe he's the lapping cars of his teammate. Yes, it is. Quick look now, Chronic on 4th, 21 lap wall tyres. Is he looking to come into the pits? Yes, he is. I think he is. Yeah, there he comes, in for a set of softs. Again, the guys, I'm quite close together today, guys. I mean, drivers are dropping down a fair few positions. So Chronic, he's coming a 4th. It can be fair, 5, 6. So he's going to come out in 10th. Again, soft, fresh till the end. He's Still a second and a half behind the bearded Dave, so he's going to be looking to get him in the next lap or two. Excuse me. Andy Liu having another solid race. I thought that was carbon fibre at the back, but it's not. Look, Tommy going to be the only one. Oh, his Welsh Maldonado picks up the 3-second penalty. So young Tommy is the only one in the top 10 without a penalty now. Shada's being the only other driver by the looks of it who's got no penalties. Yes, he is. As Haywire's... Oh yes, there is rain, but I think Haywire's put it a little too early. I think that's a... I've never seen any rain yet. Yeah, I forgot about the wet end of the race. So with... Oh, yellow flag, and that looks like it's for Ferrari. It's not for Cody, it's for... Oh, Hassel's lost it by coming round. Sector 2 there. Looks like he's lost and turned straight into that wall. Is that a... No, it's just a virtual safety car. So according to this, Crystal Maze is in the lead. Yes, because Crazy Bill's just come out the pits. On fresh tyres, Crystal Maze probably going to try to make these stretch until the rain comes. Quickly having a look again, quick run so Crystal Maze. Cody gets another 3-second time penalty as the VSC is ended and we're back into green flag racing. Coming through the stadium now, you've got young Tommy, only one within a second of anyone else really. There you go, Chronic though has made his way up there, the bearded Dave now, within half a second. Captain Infinity as well, he's jumped onto the intermediates, pitting early. Still can't see any rain. It is looking dark and grey, but I'm not seeing any rain just yet. Gokko says, I don't see any rain. Why ain't as well? We do know that rain is forecast for the end of the race. However, again, there isn't any rain now, so by the time any rain does come, them tyres are going to be slicks. Someone with no pen's going to jump up mentioning no names. I believe so as well. As unfortunately Shadas has picked up his first penalty, so there's only one person now. Again, lap 30 now, 6 to go. Well, Chronic's made it past both Bearded Dave and Andy Liu. As they enter that stadium section. So Andy Liu is going to pick up DRS, is he not? Yes he is, here it comes. Unfortunately Bearded Dave isn't. And this Max now is pitted for set of softs. So I'm assuming it's going to be softs till the end. I mean, it doesn't look like the rain's going to fall heavy enough for it to be a change of tyre. Personally, as we see, yeah, YouTube Haywire has came in for a set of softs. I know the rain can fall heavily, but it's only a 1 minute 20 second track. We'll have a quick look at the best time. Well, a 1 minute 19 track, we know. Welsh Maldonado are hot on the heels of young Tommy now. So fair play to Crazy Bill, who's retaken the lead of the race. After his pit stop, he's absolutely flying down there now. As I see, the rain has now started. So we're 5 laps left. we start getting rain. Now, is it going to fall heavy enough to cause a change of tyre, as Dylan takes Welsh Maldonado, but she takes a position back as they come through the first couple of corners, the first chicane, into the first, the second day, is this the first, well, the second DRS zone. So we've got Swanshanks just behind there, the Ghost. Unfortunately, he has been lapped. This is real battle at the moment. Dylan and Welsh Maldonado. Welsh Maldonado just stays behind, just hoping Swanshanks isn't impeding the view. I know he's a Ghost car, but can be impeding the vision. But there you go. He's out the way, as we know he would be. Coming to again is that young Tommy. Oh, Jake Wilson. He's been overtaken by Menace Max. You can see two different compounds of tyre. And I can see the rain is falling now. Is Jake going to come in? Yes, he is. I thought he might have. Now, what's the call? As you can see, Crystal May's just ahead of him. And Dylan just ahead. Oh, he's been double stacked by his teammate. That is really, really unfortunate for Jake Wilson. He's had to wait, and he's got to wait for his mechanics to change the tyres, but he has gone on the inters. Hopefully that doesn't hurt him too badly, as it seems everyone now is coming in for intermediate tyres. So that answers my question of yes, the rain can fall quick enough for a change of tyre. So with 4 left to go, I'll be looking at this time. I'm looking at this time now from Crystal Maze. So 10.4, 10.3, 10.2, 10.1, 9.8. So it's looking to me now that intermediates are the tyre to be on. There we go, the time is falling and falling and falling. So has this pit stop just won Crystal Maze this race? As Jake Wilson says, Swan, yeah, that is so unfortunate, but oh, a little bit wobbly there. Oh, that might have just been some lag. Don't forget these intermediates, first lap on them, they're still going to be a tad cold. There's going to be no lines yet made, I would have thought. The track's nice and cold as Chronic gets a 3-second penalty. Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Jake Wilson. He's still in the 8th. This Crazy Bill comes into the pits now, as does everyone else at the top, as they're losing a lot of time. But Crystal Maze is going to come out in second place, so Crazy Bill has still got nearly a 3-second gap. So he has had the pace today, Crazy Bill. Just fair play to him. Crystal Maze, who started in second, but spanned straight off the start-finish line, dropping to 20th. He was still 20th, I believe, after 9 laps. But since that second safety car's gone in, he's had an absolute blinding race. And he's back up into P2. Dylan up a couple of spots into P3. Tommy up a couple into P4. Welsh Maldonado's up a couple, no, down a couple into 5. Cody is having a really good race in 6th, but unfortunately I think he's thrown it away because he still has to pit for intermediates, as we see Jake Wilson has getting back past him into 6th. So fortunately, however you want to look at it, it hasn't hindered him too much on the great scheme of things, I don't think. But Cody has to come in now for intermediate tyres, same as Menace Max. Unfortunately, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2 for Cody. Yeah, just pushing too hard. Just take your time, mate, pop it in, get them intermediates on, finish your race as we're about to start, or have just started lap. Yes, we've just started lap 34, so 3 to go. Crazy Bill, couple of seconds ahead of Crystal Maze. So again, all the gaps now. Menace Max, surely got to be coming in. Yes, he is. We've got Cody. Yeah, you got to come in, mate. very unfortunate, but it's put in a great race, Kira. Great improvements from you the day, mate. Crazy guy, there we go. And Max dropping down. Just looking at all the timings change. Scooby Stoo's up a couple of spots now. P12. Shadow's done very well today. P11. Getting his practice in. Haywire, Sickers Mock. Ooh, see Welsh Maldonado losing it on that corner, but managing to keep hold of the car. Not been the greatest races for them too, but they've stuck at it. So I've got to say fair play to you guys as well. I know how much it can be frustrating, especially stuck at the back of the grid. As Serious Mushroom says, that's not rain, it's Bradfield's tears. Oh, I must have missed something. Well, I know he's bought himself a new wheel, probably paid about 350 quid for that. So yeah. Oh, I'd like to know what he's crying for, because he's got plenty of money if he can splash out on another new wheel. I think he only got his last one at Christmas. But anyway, back there. Back to the guy, the last couple of races now. Well, the last couple of laps now. Quick look, there's no one really. Although Menace Max is closing in on Scooby Stew, but that's for P12, so we'll just quickly on board with the leader, Crazy Bill. He's just gone about it today. Thought the second safety car might have knackered them, but he's done his job, he's done well. So just having a quick look. Young Tommy's got some time to make up to take the win. He's closing the gap in on Dylan as my doorbell goes. Never mind, we'll get that. So 3 second penalties for the top 3, so they're looking as you were. It's all about what can young Tommy do, but it's not looking good for him. Unfortunately, it's something like Chronic Ballistic is going to be dropping a few, as is Andy Liu. Starburst Bearded Dave could get up a couple. Oh, he's nice, really slow through the stadium section there. Making sure he's keeping it keeping that car under control. Yeah, Shadows could be on for a point here. Although his confidence, the world is good there. It was Scooby Stew and that, Starburst and Andy Liu are having a little tussle here through the turns 1 and 2. Andy Liu a little slow there, but well avoided by Starburst. Of course, no DRS now, as we're on to the last lap. What's it like? Ooh, just remember you're breaking point, Starburst, and he does that well. Just holding it nice and steady. Ooh, nearly went out from both drivers there. Both done really well to hold that together. Some nice apexes there from Starburst. Just looking ahead. There's Crazy Bill. Yeah, I've missed it. Has taken the win. Crystal Mesa second, with Dylan in third. Oh, is young Tommy, yeah, he's getting onto the podium, Tommy. Your miracle has happened, mate, well done. As Welsh Maldonado spins it across the line to take P5. Jake Wilson, can he get the P5? I don't think he's going to. I think Jake Wilson's going to be P6, does the same as Welsh Maldonado. Chronic's going to cross the line in 7th, Andy Liu in 8th, but I do believe both drivers are going to lose positions to Starburst and Bearded Dave. And possibly to Shadows, but fair play to the guys in anyway. Yep, Starburst P8, Andy Liu P9, Bearded Dave, can he get his upper position? No, Bearded Dave picks up the last point in P10. Shadows is going to be P11, Menace Max is P12, Scooby Stew 13th, Cody in 14th, Captain Infinity is going to cross the line in 15th. There you go, and that just leaves Haywire last across the line. That's very well done from everyone. Just the 2 DNFs today. Yeah. As Jake Wilson picks up driver of the day by the game, that might go down into the vote. As Tommy says, horrible track. Horrible track. But yeah, mate, you didn't get any penalties and you got yourself your podium. So that is your miracle for you there, as Crazy Bill wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Crazy Bill is going to finish 4th in this season's championship, as he had to miss out last week. But with one race left, he's going to look on to finish the season on a high. Go Crystal Maze finishing in 2nd, and young Tommy in 3rd. That'll be Dylan in 4th, which I do believe has kept the chase on for Alfa Tauri. In the constructors, Welsh Maldonado comes home P5, very well done. Yeah, Jake Wilson will be up for driver of the day. Will his 5-second removal move him any positions? No, it won't. So Jake Wilson will stay in 6th. Excuse me. So yes, that's the penultimate race of League One in the books. We have the championship, of course, coming up for you in about 45 minutes, possibly about, well, it's 20 minutes till invites and then another 15 for the start of the race. So work that out if you like. As Mushroom says, well done everyone. Yep, so does Goku, well done lad. Thanks for the support and viewing, lads. And people driving like they're still on a formation lap. As young Tommy enjoyed it overall though. Well, that's what it's all about, mate. You've got to take some enjoyment out of it. Like I say, different drivers had different highs and lows in that race, but overall I thought it was a very entertaining race. Like I say, a little slow, but it picked up after the 2nd safety car. So be very, very proud as Goku's watching the first match of the Euros. So yeah, as that has now started, I will leave you all to it, and from me and from League One till next week, I will see you then.